So welcome back once again all of you for today's class on the analysis of three hinged arches. So in today's class we will be seeing the problem associated with a three hinged arch. It's a parabolic arch. So as we have discussed before, we also have a circular arch which we will be dealing in the coming sessions. But now see the problem here. A three hinged parabolic arch hinged at the supports and at the crown. So crown means the top portion, has a span of 24 meters and a central rise of 4 meters. It carries a concentrated load of 50 kilonewton at 18 meters from left support and uniformly distributed load of 30 kilonewton meter over the left half portion. Determine the moment, thrust and radial shear at a section 6 meters from the left support. So this is the problem given. So at a section 6 meters from the left support, we need to calculate all the required parameters that were asked. So now let us try to first sketch the parabola. See, generally, we have to sketch our own figure from the given data. Okay, so three hinged parabolic arch supported at it is hinged at the support as well as arch at the crown. Now, if you can see that, so let me try to sketch it here. Okay, so it is hinged at the supports. So it is hinged at the supports. Okay, and at the crown. So this is also an internal hinge. And what is the span? 24 meters. This is 24 meters. Okay. It carries a concentrated load. Before that, a central rise of 4 meters. So central rise means this distance y. This is 4 meters and it carries a concentrated load. So now it is subjected to some load now. So let us try to see what all it is subjected to. For the overall 24 meter span, you see what is given. 50 kilonewton load at 18 meter from left support. So this is 12 meters, this is 12 meters. So 12 plus 6. So which means from left support, this is A, this is B, and this is C. So from left support 18 meters, so that will be here somewhere. How much it is? 50 kilonewton. And UDL in the left half portion of the span of the arch. So that is 30 kilonewton per meter. 30 kilonewton per meter. So now what do we need to do? We need to carefully write the distances of these loads. So now this is the given arch. So 18 meters from the left support. This is 18 meters. I am just sketching it through the arch so that it's easy to understand here. 18 meters and this is 12 meters UDL. Now if you try to sketch the free body diagram of this arch, like what are all the various force components that can act on this arch, we will get to understand what do we need to calculate. Okay, so this is the given arch. Now let us try to sketch the arch with respect to all the reactions. What are all the reactions that are acting in the arch? So we have VA, that is vertical reaction at A. This is VB. This is H. This is also H. So you have different types of loadings. So as said, you have, first of all, let me finish off this part. So this is 4 meters. and we need to calculate it at a section of 6 meters. Okay, so this is 12 meters and this is also 12 meters. So we have a load here 50 kilonewton and we have UDL acting till this point 30 kilonewton per meter, and this distance is 18 meters. Okay, now this is what we have to initially start with. So what we were asked to calculate the moment, thrust and radial shear at a section 6 meter from the left support. So considering this, so let us try to move forward. First of all, we need to calculate the reactions. So to calculate the reactions, we need to take moment about B. Taking moments about B, total span is 24 meter. There is a load of 30 kilonewton meter at a distance of 12 meters from the left hand support. Overall, it is spreading. Apart from that, we have, what else we have? I will show it to you. So we can do it now. First step, reactions. So taking moments about B. This is similar to a beam. Taking moments about B, sigma MB is equal to 0. What does it imply? VA into 24, that it, VA into 24 minus UDL 30 into 12 into 12 by 2 plus 12, isn't it? See here, 30 into this distance is 12, W into L by 2. But where do we need where we are taking the moment? At point B. So another 12, okay, minus 50 into 6 is equal to 0. So 24 VA is equal to 30 into 12 into 18 plus 300. So from this, VA is equal to how much we'll get? So roughly around 282.5 kilonewton. So we will get 282.5. Okay, so 360 into 18 plus 300 divided by 24. So 282.5 kilonewton. Now sigma V is equal to 0. Sigma Fy. In fact, we have the terminology Fy, right? So let us take sigma Fy is equal to 0. Implies what? So what will be the total load? VA plus VB is equal to 30 into 12 plus 50. So implies VA plus VB is equal to 30 into 12 plus 50. So VB is equal to, so 12 into 30 minus 282.5. So this is equal to 127.5 kilonewton. 127.5 kilonewton. 127.5 kilonewton. So now here, if you see, this is vertical reaction. We are not calculating horizontal in the first step itself. Okay. Now let us go to the second step, that is horizontal reaction H. Horizontal reaction. So for that, taking moments about the crown, you can see this here. So this is point C. So this is C, this is B, and this is A. So taking moments about the crown, top point. Okay. So whenever we are trying to consider the moment about crown, we will get the value of H. So everyone can see it here. So taking moments about crown. So sigma MC is equal to 0. So see here all of you, what do we get it? VB into 12 will come from left hand side, because you know we have only one load, no? So there is also one more thing, one note point, which is very important. You can make a note of it. That note, uh, we can start from left hand side or right hand side, depending on the simplicity. Depending on the simplicity. So if we start from right left hand side, see here we have VA, UDL. So it's a UDL is always a confusing point for all of us, generally when we take. But if you are accustomed to it, no problem. So we can also start from the right hand side, from BB. So when we start from BB, what do we have? VB into 12, right? Minus H into 4 minus 50 into 6 is equal to 0, right? So let us write that equation now. So VB into 12 minus H into rise 4 minus 50 into 6 is equal to 0. 50 into 6 because it is acting at a distance of 18 from left. So 6 from middle. So we are taking moments about the center point C. So from this VB is already known to us. So 4H is equal to, what is VB? VB is 127.5. So 127.5 into 12 minus 300. So that will give, divided by 4, 307.5. So H is equal to 307.5 kilonewton. Okay. Horizontal reaction. What all we were asked to calculate? We are asked to calculate moment, normal thrust and radial shear. So now, third step, at 6 meters from left support, at 6 meters from left support, what do we need to calculate? Moment. So moment at x is equal to 6 implies, so see here, all of you can see that moment at x is equal to 6. So if we take that specific section alone, so you have UDL, so this is the cut section, XX. You have vertical reaction, you have horizontal reaction. All three you have vertical, horizontal, UDL. And what is this distance? 6 meters. So this is 30 kilonewton per meter. So VA and H. So considering this, all of you can see. So M is equal to VA into 6 minus H into YD. See, we need the this distance is YD. VA into 6 minus H into YD. So why YD? Because we have considered it as a section at point D. This is point D. Okay. Minus 30 into, at what distance we are trying to calculate? 6 into 6 by 2. 30 into 6 into 6 by 2. Okay. Now, what is the unknown? To calculate YD, or we need to say first we need to know YD. So for YD, it is very simple. So the formula for expression Y, first of all, YD is calculated based on Y. So that Y is equal to 4H x by L square into L minus x. Okay, substitute x is equal to 6 meters because we are calculating it at a distance of 6. So yd is equal to what is h? 4. So 4 into 4 into 6 by what is L? 24 square into L is 24 minus 6. So this value will be, so for 1696 into 18 by 24 square. Okay, 1728 divided by 576, that is equal to 3 meters. That is equal to 3 meters. Okay, now m is equal to, so m is equal to, what is the expression that we have just seen? VA. What is VA? How much is VA? 282.5 and H is 307.5. So 282.5 into 6 minus 307.5 into 3 minus 30 into 6 into 6 by 2. So this will come out to be m is equal to, you will get a value of 232.5 kilonewton meter. Units are very important. 232.5 kilonewton meter. So we got the first value, moment at a distance of 6 meters from the left support. Then we need to calculate vertical shear. We need to calculate vertical shear. Okay. So what is vertical shear? V is equal to, at D, vertical shear at D implies, so this is which step? Fourth step. Vertical shear at D, VD is equal to, we have shear force. I'll sketch it here. So you have UDL 30 kN per meter. So this is 6 meters and this is VA. So shear force at this point D is given by upward force minus downward force. So that is equal to VA minus 30 into 6. So 282.5 minus 180, that is, so therefore VD is equal to 102.5 kilonewton. 102.5 kilonewton. Now, but actually speaking, the shear is actually not, it's a curvy portion because it's a parabolic curve. Now the curve is given by, so the curve is given by, so curve is given by, so y is equal to 4hx by L square into L minus x. And we know that dy by dx is equal to tan theta. Dy by dx is equal to tan theta. So what we will get from here? Tan theta is equal to 4h into L minus 2x by x square. L minus 2x by x square. Substitute it. So 4 into 4, 24 minus 2 into 6. So at x is equal to 6 meters divided by 6 square. So tan theta is equal to, so tan theta, you will get it. So from this, theta is equal to, you will get it as 18.435 degrees. 18.435 degrees. Okay, when you substitute all the parameters. Now once we get the theta, what do we calculate? Normal thrust and radial shear. So fifth step, normal thrust at 6 meters, n is equal to, so we have already derived the expression for normal thrust and radial shear. See here, In the previous class, we have derived the theta, tan inverse of 4h by L square into L minus 2x, and normal thrust is V sin theta plus H cos theta, radial shear V cos theta minus H sin theta. So we are going to use the same expressions, V sin theta plus H cos theta, V sin theta plus H cos theta. So V sin theta plus H cos theta. So what is V? V is 102.5 sin 18.435 plus what is H? 307.5. 307.5 cos 18.435. So once you substitute these values, you will get the normal thrust value as 324.13 kilonewton. And last step is radial shear at 6 meters from left support, V cos theta minus H sin theta. So V cos theta minus H sin theta. Substitute it, 102.5 cos 18.435 minus 307.5 sin 18.435. So once you substitute it, you will get R. So we'll get R is equal to cos 18.435 minus 307.5 sin 18.435. So this is almost equal to 0. So for this problem, for this case, radial thrust is given as or obtained as 0. So therefore, we got, therefore M is equal to 232.5 kilonewton meter, N is equal to 324.13 kilonewton, and R is equal to 0. So this is what we need to calculate it for the analysis of a 3-hinged arch subjected to combination of various types of loads. Okay. So with this, I will end today's class of explanation. In the next class, we will be solving one more problem associated with a 3-hinged parabolic arch and circular arch also. Okay. So thank you all, and we'll practice one more problem in the next session.